How do you design a podcast series that grows your business? Your podcast should be working just as hard for your business as you do. But that's never going to happen when you see your podcast just as a way that you can record content and then have AI chop it up into little clips and then scatter it willy-nilly across the interwebs and social media platforms. Friends, willy-nilly is not a solid podcast strategy. You and your business deserve better. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to Designing a Podcast Series that Grows Your Business, podcasting for professional services business owners. This is a 12-episode limited series for attorneys and business consultants and any professional services business owner. This is not your typical podcast about podcasting because I'm not going to tell you which microphone you need, how to upload your podcast to YouTube, and how to 10x your podcast growth. Friends, we're going to do deeper work, more strategic work to help you actually use your podcast to grow your business. That takes a different approach and a solid plan before you ever press record. I'm Jen Eads, the head broad in charge at the Brassy Broadcasting Company. I work primarily with estate planning attorneys and business consultants to create podcasts that grow their businesses, because your audience size doesn't matter if they're not hiring you. Over the next 12 episodes, I'm going to challenge a lot of the conventional wisdom and best practices that you hear about podcasting and content creation. And it's not that it's bad advice, it's just that most of it isn't really aligned with what you're trying to accomplish with your podcast as a business owner. In every episode, you're going to get a sharper lens, a better question, or a framework to help you create a podcast that actually feeds your soul, feeds your business, and doesn't focus on feeding the ever-changing algorithm with the appetite of a teenage boy. In episode 1, you're going to learn why most business podcasts don't actually get you more clients. You can watch the video version on my Brassy Broad Gen YouTube channel, or listen to the podcast in your favorite podcast app. And I'll meet you in episode 1.